What makes a house a home? We asked the people of Scotland to enter their houses into Scotland's Home of the Year. Now, our judges are visiting the top 3 from each region, choosing one each episode to go through to our national final. Scoring them on architectural merit, distinctive design and original style are Mull-based interior designer Banjo Beale.
What I'm looking for in a home is comfort, character and craftsmanship.
Interior designer Anna Campbell-Jones.
Home is a state of mind as much as it's a physical place. Home is an evolution, but love is the key that unlocks it all.
And architect Danny Campbell.
What I'm looking for in a home is a stimulating experience, fueled by the owner's authenticity and vision, revealed through cleverly connected functional spaces that respond to their setting.
Yabba dabba doo.
I'm really enjoying this so far.
Come on, Danny.
In the end, only one can be Scotland's Home of the Year. Today, our judges are visiting the shortlist in the south, starting with an upper maisonette in Dumfries. Artful Townhouse is home to Fiona and her husband Ben.
Of course, the architecture was always as it is for more than 200 years. I just decorated and just added my own interiors. I have to be restrained sometimes by my sister because I feel there's always room for one more picture. Everything in this house tells a story that relates back to my family or my time living in Hong Kong or my children. And it's a real feathering of the nest. It's not a showpiece, it really is a home. I always think, what if there was some global disaster and you just spend all your time at home? So I've tried to create a place where I have everything. I have music in virtually every room. I have wonderful books and paintings I enjoy, and a big bath and a big bed. So everything I want is here, and that feeling makes me just very content.
Spread over 3 floors, access is on ground level through the large vestibule. On the first floor is a kitchen, dining room, lounge and a bathroom. On the second floor, there is a shower room and 3 bedrooms.
Now, this is my favourite spot in the home. I call this my therapy room. And I spend many an hour lounging in the bath, enjoying my pictures in the room. It's just a place I can really take time for myself. I love it.
Armed with only the basic facts about the property and its owners, the judges will now get their first glimpse of Artful Townhouse.
Elegant terrace.
Lovely. Georgian masonette, anybody?
Oh, you're so clever.
There's some lovely details here, that Georgian fan light, the pilasters. I wonder if they've used any of the period features inside.
Let's go and have a look. Ooh, what a welcome. And look at this plaster ceiling. I'm really enjoying the counterpoint with the fun contemporary light against that period detail.
And how about these black painted stairs? And I can see they're leading up to an amazing curved staircase with so much light coming down.
That gorgeous doorway there is just framing that staircase, which looks like it's painted in marble. It's a work of art.
Let's mosey.
Go.
Wow, look at this, guys.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that cute view.
Wow.
They've turned this staircase into an art gallery. There's a really interesting collection of things.
This is the perfect banister to slide down on your way to work as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is nice. Marble splashback continues in here.
And the worktops are marble too. I think it might even be real marble.
And those oil paintings just work so beautifully.
I really like that wrought iron fireplace, and there's some really nice zoning here with various places to sit. You've got the nice window seat. And I think the arrangement with the island actually works really well.
This is a first floor room, which wouldn't have originally been the kitchen, but it's got that unfitted feel of a kitchen from that era.
The lighting in here is bothering me a little bit. There's no big pendant where you'd normally expect to have a big ceiling rose, and there's a few randomly scattered wall lights. Not sure how I'd be able to see while I'm cooking in here.
Well, you just light the candelabra, darling, when you want to dice your carrots.
I do like the layout here. I feel like you could be really theatrical in this kitchen. Dinner and a show for your guests.
Wow.
This is heaven.
They've got so much space in here, they easily could have put a big walk-in shower, but why have that when you've got a dive-in bath right in the middle?
Imagine you had parties, fill it with ice, put your bubbles in there. I mean, it would be roaring.
It's a beautiful old fireplace there. Wouldn't it be amazing if it was working and then you could have the fire lit when you were having your bath?
Whoa.
That is a splendid first floor drawing room, isn't it?
We're all squeezing on together. Oh,
Yes. Oh, the art in here is really rich, isn't it?
look at that curved wall with that beautiful cornicing, and that blue really picks it out.
It feels like a really bohemian space, a place where people would sit and talk about imagination and ideas.
They've just squeezed every era in here. Georgian deco. I mean, they've got it all.
Look at this wallpaper! And although the design is quite excitable, there's restraint in this room because they've only put one piece of art there above the fireplace.
I think if they'd had the same volume of art in this room as the other spaces, my head would have exploded.
But this is good for you.
Yeah, I like it. I really love that all the shapes are working together, like the square table with the round edges inside a square room. That's really pleasing.
It's very tonal in here, isn't it? With this blue wallpaper, the artwork, the blue velvet. I wonder if they listen to the blues in here while eating blue cheese. They're really bringing out their wild side in here with this leopard print.
I don't think I was expecting animal print in here either, but I'm loving this seat at that low-silled window.
You do feel like you're tucked in the eaves here. It's a very minimal space.
It maybe feels minimal compared to the rest of the home, but there just seems to be a multitude of different things competing for my attention in here, like the leopard print and then there's the period pieces, and it's just making me feel a little bit confused.
You can never come to my house.
I know you're finding it a bit hectic, and there is a mixture of different styles of furniture here, but I feel that it's really serene. They're grounded against these oaty walls.
Hello.
Spectacular, isn't it?
Wow, we're high up, aren't we?
What will Anna, Banjo and Danny make of Artful Townhouse? One judge's score will be held back until they have seen all 3 homes, when their combined scores will be revealed.
This home has beautiful bones, and I feel like it's a work in progress. I love a home that tells a story, and I feel like every object and every art piece in this home carries a special resonance for the homeowner. I'm going to give this home a 9.
Beautiful Georgian home. I love that I really get a sense of who lives here. They're artistic, they're a little bit kooky, and they don't take themselves too seriously. And it might just be the best bathroom I've ever seen. I'm giving this home a 10.
This home comes from an iconic era for architecture. The tall ceilings, well-proportioned rooms, the tall Georgian windows, the cornicing, and that beautiful staircase spiralling up to that octagonal cupola. For me, though, I felt that the sheer volume of objects from different eras a little bit jarring, and it really drew my attention away from the raw beauty of the building.
Next up is an extended Victorian semi-detached home on the Dumfries and Galloway coast near Dalbeattie. Craigmount is home to Ozzy, his wife Laura, daughter Grace and Ethel the pug.
We've totally renovated the house, trying to keep the character, and built an extension. We've put a big roomy kitchen with plenty of light and a sitting area in the extension, and made a 5-bedroom house into a
3-bedroom
house, really. So, yeah, we've done quite a lot.
Well, my dad would kind of formulate 2 or 3 ideas with the architect and then come back to me and Mum, right, which out of these 3 do you like best? And then that's how we kind of did it.
Which wasn't always easy.
Yeah. I guess we wanted something modern, but still, like, tasteful. I guess we wanted to use a lot of colour, didn't we? We didn't want grey and gloss white and all that kind of stuff.
No, we've been pretty bold with the colours. Really, really pleased with the way it's turned out. It's just lovely to come back to.
I'd been talking about entering my parents from the moment they started it.
It was Grace's grand favourite programme. She used to save up some of the episodes and then they would
We'd watch it together,
and
yeah,
watch it
so
together,
she'd be very happy to see that you have made it on.
Yeah.
The ground floor of the home includes a kitchen, lounge, dining room, snug and utility. Upstairs, off the landing, is a bathroom. On the first floor is the principal bedroom with walk-in wardrobe and ensuite leading to a balcony. On the top floor, there are 2 more bedrooms and a bathroom.
This is our favourite spot in the home. Everybody loves it. It's got everything, the beautiful view, the lovely fire, and it's just so quiet.
What will the judges think of Craigmount?
Ooh, it's more like it. Sun's out, guns out.
Very nice, Gaff.
Look at this solid granite facade, double glazed windows, and I can see really thick curtains inside. This is a home that's designed to protect you against the elements of the sea.
Gorgeous semi by the sea.
And they've got this whopping big glazed side extension with the black and white to match the entranceway. Should we get inside and check that out?
Yeah.
Do it.
Ooh.
Well,
This feels very sophisticated, doesn't it, with the parquet flooring and the detail on this downstand?
It does feel very restored, doesn't it? We've got this anaglypta here that looks so perfect. It must be new, but it's absolutely right for the age of the building. We've got this lovely cast iron radiators, all the timber has been restored. What a treat.
you're right. Double dose of anaglypta, textured rug. Everything's really warming up this space with this rich wood tone.
I'll be interested to see what they've done with that mid-floor level. That means that there's going to be a room behind there with lowered head height. Normally that would be the kitchen, but I wonder if they've moved that somewhere else.
Wonder what's through that door. Shall we go and see?
Oh.
This is a really cosy living space, isn't it? Especially with that wood burner there. But I'm really intrigued to see that this extension actually wraps around the back of the building.
These are the original openings, and although that extension means that this space is now landlocked, we've still got lots of little visual connections to those other social spaces.
I love how those original shutters are just funneling you into the extension and punching through that wall there. You can still see the granite on what would have been the outside of the building. Very impressive.
I'm dying to see how this L-shaped extension works. Let's go and have a look. Ooh. Here's the favourite spot.
Oh.
I love this woven rag upholstery. I've never seen it in the flesh before.
It's nice, isn't it?
Well, I can see why this is the favourite spot. It's a room sitting outside the house. You're looking back at that amazing granite elevation, and then you've got this stunning view of the sea.
It really feels like an indoor-outdoor space. I think it's because we're looking at the external elevation of the building. But what's really unusual is that we've got two living spaces with such a strong partition between them. But I think that double-sided fireplace really connects them in a lovely way.
Yeah, I mean, if someone was sitting on the sofa in there, I could actually have a conversation with them, but also have my own personal space. I'm liking this more and more.
I like the way they've used that strip light all around that profile to really bring out the shadows of the stone. That's how you celebrate humble material.
That's so impressive, that piece of granite used for the lintel there. That's clearly been added, but that whole scene looks like it's always been there. This might just be the nicest lean-to I've ever seen.
Right.
Ooh.
Wow.
So this is actually on the outer corner. That's absolutely amazing. You've got the view up through the original garden and still back down to the sea.
The colours are really working here as well. The cream flooring is matching the colour of the ceiling, and this panelling is matching the colour of those three walls of exposed granite.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Very generous island for entertaining here.
Yeah, these big comfy seats, you could probably sit there all evening.
Isn't that awesome? When you have the granite, you don't need any artwork. That is the art.
We've got this lovely little porthole window as well. It's giving you a really interesting view out towards the roof and the slate of what looks like a dormer up there.
It definitely feels like a lot of care and attention has been given to every little detail and getting it exactly right.
Well. What have we here?
Whoa!
Hello.
You were asking what would be on the half landing. I don't think you were expecting anything quite as glamorous as this.
What a copper tub. Is it the real deal?
Oh, that's good.
It's copper.
I really love the curve of that soldier course in the brick. It's really hugging the curves of the bath.
Oh, that bath is just a stage. I would sing in there, eat my charcuterie board. It's perfect.
This beautiful deep blue whale blue on the wall is an absolutely amazing backdrop to the copper features. It really makes them sing. Wow. This is really unexpected, isn't it? I feel like we've gone into another world.
Wow, look at those hummingbirds, that view. After that hard, handsome granite downstairs, it's so nice to have a pretty moment with the blossom and the blush. It just feels a little bit fruitier, lighter. What a lovely little dressing room through there. Should we go play dress up?
Definitely. I can see something sparkly in there I want to try.
A terrace!
Oh, hello.
Wow!
Ooh, wow.
Ooh. Oh, look, you can see down to the kitchen.
Or you can mime your order, Anna. Top up.
I don't feel like we're in Dumfries anymore. I feel like we should be sipping some espressos and arguing in Italian.
What a spot, best of both worlds. Sometimes you have to choose, do I want to live by the sea or in the country? You just have to move to the other end of the house here. They don't have to move.
Let's just stay here.
How will the judges score Craigmount?
This home is as impressive as it is refined, with an exquisite eye for quality, design and detail. The owners have added a lean-to extension to bring height and light into their main social spaces. But by separating them with glazing and materials, they managed to retain their core functions, all while celebrating a simple, humble local material, granite. Absolutely beautiful. I'm giving this home a 10.
This home is the best of both worlds. It feels inside, outside, coastal, country, farmhouse, contemporary, and it's really come together beautifully. I'm giving this home a 10.
I have so much admiration for the way that they have restored the original parts of this building. They've used really high quality materials and a level of finish that's unsurpassed. I can't actually imagine how you could have done it any better.
The final home in the south is a modernised traditional home near Peebles. For the past 2 years, the coach house has been home to Laurie and Deanna.
We've kind of gone room by room with Deanna's keen eye for interior design. For us, it's just having different types of spaces that are designed a bit differently, because you do get a different atmosphere in all the rooms.
We created our snug, what we use mainly in winter because it's dark colours. We have a little fireplace. So we created our sunroom, what is quite bright and airy. Then obviously we have this open plan living space. We socialise a lot, we have lots of guests and some amazing parties. And upstairs we kept mainly calm and neutral.
I mean, I think the whole point of buying a place like this was to come into the countryside.
We have these incredible views. Every single window in the house has a view.
It's a real sense of tranquility. I think we both feel it's a bit of a, from our perspective, a dream home.
The home has a U-shaped layout over 2 levels. The ground floor includes an open-plan kitchen, dining and living space, a snug, study and a sunroom. Upstairs, there's the principal bedroom with ensuite, a mezzanine relaxation space and 3 more bedrooms. Outside, there are 3 acres of mature gardens, including an orchard.
So this is our favourite spot in the home. We call this the sunroom. It's a beautiful room that gets sunlight all day long. We're surrounded by the beautiful Scottish countryside. We've got sheep in the field next to us. We can see deer walking past the window every morning. So we tried to design it just in keeping with our surroundings.
Time for the judges to get their first view of the coach house.
Wow. This is a fancy courtyard. Look at these beautiful, are they olive or almond trees either side of the door and the wisteria? It's gorgeous.
Everything about this entrance is really impressive. These massive sandstone lintels, the stable doors, and those massive hinges.
Everything's supersized here, just that little bit bigger, even the sausage dog. It's a bit extra, isn't it?
Although those dormers are a totally different scale, aren't they? They're tiny.
Well, it might be hiding something interesting. Should we go and check? Ooh.
Wow, we've just come straight into the living area.
Oh, they mean business in here. And pleasure. It feels like a party house.
There's so much drama right through the front door with this double height space. We've got the skylights on both sides of the roof as well, so we're getting tons of light. We've got this mezzanine looking down into our main social space.
Are we in the same house? This is so different to outside. Completely different vibes.
Yes, it does have a slightly urban feel, but the slate floor and the cowskin rug kind of bring it back to the countryside.
Imagine sunny day, fling those doors open. You're just living inside and outside here.
Yeah, you can imagine on a beautiful day being able to take your food and eat outside, maybe even 4 or 5 times a year.
But if you're lucky.
Let's check out this kitchen.
It's a huge island.
Well, a wise woman once told me you only need a metre of worktop space in a kitchen. Do you know who that wise woman was? Her.
Oh. So how'd you take this, Anna? This is more than a metre, isn't it?
Yes, that's your 1 metre prep space right there. And then this is for people to stand and watch you work.
For quite a traditional building externally, they've really gone minimal in here with that really glossy black inset kitchen and the downdraft extractor.
I think it's no mistake that the island lines up with the window, the dining table lines up with the door, the couch with that window, but I'm not sure about the position of that fridge.
For quite a large home, they've got quite a small kitchen. I wonder if that's why they've ended up having to leave the fridge out on its own.
This wise woman would also not recommend gloss black handleless units in a kitchen.
Not with you the way you eat, you mucky pup.
Especially, yes.
Ooh.
A whole other living room.
Oh, I see the heart. You're going to sit on it.
Oh, we can't have that. There you go, that's yours.
Oh, I can really see why this is their favourite spot. Look at all these openings connecting us to the outdoors. And those inset windows don't detract at all from the scenery.
It's like a cross between a garden room and a living room. You've got all this glass on 3 sides. You're so connected to that absolutely beautiful vista and these mature trees.
Very light and fresh in here. They've brought that blue in from the outside on the barn doors onto their cushions. They've got the clapboard and the shaker style around the window. Still feels farmhouse, but fresh.
There's something about the blue of the cushions, the view down the glen, the Scottish flag waving in the wind. Feeling very patriotic sitting here.
Yeah.
This is steep.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, gosh. Take a seat, you two. I'll stand.
Oh, yeah, you'll be fine.
This is the proper setup to listen to music, isn't it? Perfect position.
It's an incredible idea, isn't it, to set aside a space solely for listening to music. Although, if you were listening to music here, you'd be able to hear it nearly everywhere in the home.
Not if you have wireless headphones, Anna. You could be having a silent disco. Well, hey!
That is palatial.
Wow, it's a palazzo.
Well, there's no mistake, this is the principal suite.
Does feel like a movie, jumping out of bed, walking down your catwalk into your bathroom.
Even though this is an enormous room, I really enjoy the intimate relationship between the bath and that window with the trees beyond.
We do have a problem, though. When I step out of the shower, I make such a mess. So this would be just moist carpet all the time.
Well, Banjo obviously needs to improve his bathroom etiquette.
Stop trying to change me. It's a walk-through wardrobe.
Wow. Lovely squishy carpet.
Love this niches.
Lovely squishy bed.
Wow, what a view.
I'm dying to try out that wonderful window seat. Oh, it's fantastic. What an amazing view from here.
You're a vision.
Oh, you're catching the sun as well.
Get back over here. We've got to talk pillows. And 18 cushions in this room.
Wow.
That is grounds for divorce.
Did you count that one over there?
19.
There's also one there.
20. Do I have a raise on 20? Goodness me. Someone really takes their cushions seriously, don't they?
I think when you're giving yourself all this space for your principal bedroom, it's nice that they've gone for the bed right in the middle, staring out over that view.
They've gone for a really high-end luxury hotel look in here, and they've definitely pulled it off.
How will the judges score the coach house?
This coach house has been beautifully restored on an amazing site. Walking into that courtyard, we had such a strong sense of arrival with all the materials singing together with the cobblestones, the restored stone, and that beautiful slate roof. I'm giving this home a 9.
It's wonderful to see how this beautiful old building has been restored and brought back to life. The homeowner has worked hard, successfully, to create a blended aesthetic of something that works in the country but also makes you think of a kind of high-end American hotel. I'm going to give this home a 9.
Well, the stage was set from the outside in this home, Costa del Peebles, with that Mediterranean farmhouse vibe. I kind of get a sense that the homeowners here are a little bit fabulous, and I love that. Maybe it's a bit too fabulous for me. Maybe I would love to see some of those rustic textures of the outside inside.
Now that the judges have seen all 3 homes, the final scores can be revealed. First, it was Artful Townhouse in Dumfries.
I gave it a 9. Banjo gave it a 10. Danny?
Well, Georgian buildings have so many rich qualities with height and light, and it was the perfect setting to explore the owner's eccentric and eclectic style. For me, though, I felt that the sheer volume of objects from different eras really detracted from the raw beauty of the site. I gave it a 7.
So that gives the Artful Townhouse 26.
Gorgeous though, still.
Next was Craigmount near Dalbeattie.
Danny, you gave it a 10. Banjo, you gave it a 10 as well. I thought it was absolutely ingenious. I loved the way the original home had been restored so meticulously, but also the extension created all these really exciting moments. It was the complete package. So I gave it a 10 as well.
Yes.
So that gives Craigmount 30.
Wow.
And finally, the coach house near Peebles.
This courtyard paradise, which I gave a 9 to. Danny also gave it a 9.
Ooh.
Banjo, what did you think?
Well, when first impressions count, this one made a really good one. The cobblestone lane, that Mediterranean vibe as you walk up to it. Inside bold, beautiful, a little bit fabulous. I gave it an 8.
Right, so that gives the coach house 26. 2 vying for second place, but our finalist for the South with 30 is Craigmount.
Wow.
Pretty perfect specimen.
It's a beauty.
Craigmount wins in the South and is one step closer to becoming Scotland's Home of the Year. Next time,
We've had our fun.
the hardest task,
I'm sorry, Anna, you'll have to make the call.
as the judges decide the winner of Scotland's Home of the Year.